Sweetheart, is that you? Almost called out the National Guard. You'll be very flattered to know that your daughter wanted you to read her a bedtime story, but no one else would do. However, with a little mild coercion on my part, I was able to convince her to let me read to her tonight.
Fairy tales?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're good at that, aren't you?
I beg your pardon? I called the Banner. They said they hadn't seen you tonight. You hadn't been in, and Asa and Renee, they hadn't seen or heard from you. Where were you?
Gabrielle came by earlier tonight. She wanted to show me this. It was dropped on the barroom floor by some poor drunk. Can you imagine that? She thought it might mean something to me, since the woman in the photo seems to be me.
Honey, before you say anything else...
Of course, you and I, we know that the woman in the photograph is Nikki Smith. And we know that the man in the photograph is Leo Cromwell. What a lovely way for me to find out the father of my daughter, isn't it?
I never meant for you to learn about it this way.
No, you didn't. You never meant for me to find out at all. How long have you known?
Honey, if you'll just let me explain...
Please do. Please explain to me. Please. Why my husband, who says he loves me, would keep me from knowing my own child. There she was, standing right in front of me. Can you imagine how I felt? Unable to tell her that I loved her, unable to hold her or to touch her, unable to even tell her how long I have waited to find her.
It must have been horrible for you.
Horrible is just a word. There are no words to describe how I felt. She is my daughter. She is a living part of me. I couldn't even smile at her without giving myself away.
Viki, look.
Don't.
I gave Leo my word, just 24 hours.
Just 24 hours?
I did it for you, honey. I was afraid that he was going to leave town if I didn't go along with him and take your daughter with him.
I don't believe you. I think you kept Christine from me to protect yourself.
Why would I do such a thing?
Because Christine is Nikki Smith's daughter by another man. And you can't face that, can you?
I swear to God that hadn't...
It's all right. You can rest easy. Even though my search is over, I may never be able to tell Christine the truth. She was so close to me that I could touch her. But I can't tell her. Can I?
Trying to keep you from your daughter. I'm the one who busted his back finding her.
But when you did, you kept it from me.
I'm not going to cover that ground again, Viki. I am just saying don't rush things with Christine.
You know, it wasn't that long ago that Cord came into your life, a son that you had never known. Would you have kept silent, kept your distance if Maria had asked you to until she felt the time was right?
You're comparing apples with oranges.
No, I'm talking about children. With your son, you brought him into the family very, very quickly. With my daughter, you're advising me to stay back.
Viki, the two situations are entirely different. When Cord showed up, he didn't have the added complication of...
Go on, you can say it. The added complication of another personality, Nikki Smith.
I didn't mean...
Yes, you did mean it. I've been right about this all along, haven't I? You're terrified that Nikki Smith is going to reappear.
That isn't fair. Nikki Smith is out of our lives.
I know that, but you don't. Christine was conceived by Nicky Smith, and that's why you don't want her in the family. You can't live with any reminder of Nicky Smith, even if it's my own child.
Okay, it bothers me that Nicky Smith's child may become a part of our lives. It was hard enough when we were searching for her. And now that we finally found her...
I know it has not been easy for you, Clint. I've had to come to terms with some rather difficult things myself. But you're not doing either one of us a favor by trying to protect me.
Well, I may as well be honest about that, too. I'm not just trying to protect you. I'm trying to protect our family. And us, you and me. It scares hell out of me that anyone might come between us.
But that's not going to happen, especially not if we keep talking and pulling together instead of pulling apart.
But that's just it. The closer we get, the more we argue. It seems like neither one of us can stand back and see where the other one's coming from. Maybe my being overseas, maybe when I get back, that'll start to change, start to happen.
Or maybe the distance will only make things worse.
I have only wanted one thing, and that is to be here for you. But my being here is only upsetting you and making you distrustful.
And is leaving supposed to make things better?
It's for 3 days. I'm 3, 4 days, whatever. I'm just hoping that when I get back, I can start restoring your trust and confidence in me.
Is it really necessary to go that far away just to get back to where we once were?
Maybe sometimes it is. Maybe sometimes it is. I better get upstairs and pack. It'll all work out for the best, honey. You'll see.
My first time.
Renee, Leo told me. Christine is my daughter.
Darling, congratulations. Oh, that is wonderful news. That means your search is over, and it's a good news, happy story ending for everyone. What's wrong, Viki?
Well, learning the truth was a blessing, but a mixed blessing it turns out.
Darling, this is a miracle. You have your daughter.
No, I don't.
I don't understand.
Well, Leo admitted that he and Nicky were lovers and that Christine is their child. Is my child.
Well, then, what could possibly be the problem?
Leo is the problem. He doesn't want me to tell Christine the truth.
What? I don't believe it. You told him to forget it, I hope.
I started to. Then I saw Christine. She's so innocent and so trusting of her father and everything's ever done for her. Plus the fairy tale that he spun for her about the mother she never had. I just couldn't take it all away from her then.
Darling, Leo cannot expect you to hold your tongue on this. After all, it has been 25 years.
I know. And I want to tell her more than anything, but I want to do it right. I want to spare her any unnecessary pain, and I certainly don't want to lose her before I've even got her.
Viki, darling, I understand your concern for Christine, but you have needs of your own, honey. Now, she's young enough. She can handle this. You do what you have to do for yourself, and you show her how much you love her. You can't possibly lose her.
I wish I could be sure of that. I don't know what to do anymore.
Viki, honey, something else is going on here.
Yeah. Yeah. This search for Christine has caused a split between Clint and me, and it's getting wider.
Lordy, did you have another fight?
He's upstairs packing.
I can't believe that Clint would leave.
No, it's just for a few days, that's all. He's going overseas, but he thinks that we need time and space. I'm beginning to think that in finding my daughter, I've totally lost touch with my husband.
Well, go ahead, say it. I told you so.
Come on, Clint.
As soon as I started to suspect that Leo had been Nikki Smith's lover, you said level with Viki. Don't wait another minute, you said. Did I listen to you? No. So here I am, packing my bag, heading for the other side of the globe.
Yeah, but you did what was right for Vicky's sake. I'm not going to fault you for that.
Viki can.
No, Clint, look, you know, you just have to give her some time. A lot's happened in the past few days, you know? She can't resolve this whole thing overnight.
And that's exactly why I'm leaving. Because if I stayed here, I'd try to resolve everything for her. And we both know where that would lead.
Well, then you're doing the right thing.
You sure you're not saying that just to ease my conscience?
No, Clint, I really mean it. I think maybe this short-term little separation is going to be good for both of you.
Well, I didn't want it to be like this. Everything in me wants to stay here and see her through this.
Vicky's a strong woman, Clint.
She can't be a Spartan 24 hours a day. I can see what kind of a toll this has taken on her, and I want to... There, I'm doing it again, right? I want to handle things, and I'd only make things worse. But damn it, Bo, it shouldn't have to be this way.
So, Clint is upstairs packing because he doesn't want to stay and resolve our problems.
I don't know, darling. I don't know. You know, maybe what Clint is doing is for the best. I mean, maybe you need some time alone to sort things out. You've been butting heads. It hasn't gotten you anywhere.
Renee, what if he's wrong? I'm up against this crossroads. I'm faced with a daughter I haven't seen in 25 years. I don't know how to handle it. I need his help now.
Honey, if I understand it right, I think that that's what Clint thinks he's doing.
Doesn't he realize how much things can change? I feel like I've lived a whole lifetime in the last 2 weeks. Lord only knows what can happen in the next few days.
But just how many tests does the family have to go? How many complications does one family have to go through? When are we going to stop being tested and start enjoying our lives? Sometimes, Bo, I don't think it's ever going to get any better.
No, it will. It will, and then it'll get even more complicated, and then it's going to be even better yet. See, but the thing is, you and Viki, you have each other, you know? And things are tough right now, but that's going to pass. And in the long run, you two, you have a shot at that happy ending. And I think you two are the luckiest people I know.
Well, whatever my luck for love and happiness might be, I sure hit the jackpot when it came to a brother.
No, it's true, you know? Here, come on, why don't you hurry up and I'll take you to the airport.
Oh, thanks anyway. I already called a cab. You know, there is one thing you could do for me, though.
No, you don't even have to say it. I'll keep an eye on it, Viki.
Thanks. And, Leo Cromwell, too, while you're at it. I still don't trust that fella.
No, you got it. Now, come on, you better hurry up. You're going to miss your flight. You're doing the right thing, Clint.
Oh, I hope so, Bo. I sure as hell hope so. Well, I said my goodbye to the kids, and I left instructions with Briggs. I imagine the banner will be able to run itself, but just in case something unexpected comes up, well...
I'll be here, won't I?
Well, yes, I only meant that, well, if you need to get a hold of me, you can reach me through the U.S. consulate in Damascus.
Just a phone call away, huh?
Viki, well, I guess I've said and done everything there is to say and do, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you know what? I better get going myself. How about you, Renee? You want me to drop you at Aces?
Oh, thanks, darling. I have my car, but I'll walk out with you. Safe trip, Clint. Godspeed.
Thanks, Renee.
Thank you for stopping by. Anytime, darling. Anytime.
Clint, you take care of yourself over there, all right?
I'll do my best.
Okay, Viki, if you need anything from me while he's gone, you know.
Thanks, Paul.
Viki,
Clint, please. Don't say anything. Let me. I owe you a big apology. I've been blaming you for all the troubles we've had. And it's just not true. I'm as much at fault as you are. Maybe even more so. I want you to know
wait,
that.
Honey. You're not to blame for anything. It's just conditions. It's a lot of different things. Some we can control, some we can't.
Yeah, but how do we know which is which if you leave? Please, won't you reconsider your decision to leave?
I'm not leaving you. I'm giving you a few days to concentrate on your daughter, to decide how you want to handle things with her.
Well, what if I can't decide it on my own? I'm so used to sharing decisions with you. I can't even decide between white bread and whole wheat without you around.
Well, then maybe it's about time. Maybe this time on your own is overdue. That's how you should think of it, you know, that this is your time, yours and your daughter's.
I guess I'm kind of hoping you'll come to think of her as our daughter.
I promise I'll call you every day. I love you, you know.
I love you, too. Yes, Briggs. I would like to run the piece on the situation in Syria in the late afternoon edition. No, there has been no change. No, I think we should stay on top of it just in case, though, all right? Yes, I'll proof the copy and I'll send it down to you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, Bo.
Morning. You heard from Clint?
Yes, he called about an hour ago.
How'd he sound?
Far away.
Well, Syria's on the other side of the world, Viki.
Wasn't talking about the distance.
How you holding up?
Oh, Bo, I feel so divided. I miss Clint terribly, but at the same time, I think it's probably best that he's not here at this time. I think we do need time and space to work things out.
Yeah. You think he's going to be able to get this reporter out of prison?
Oh, that's a long shot.
You know, Viki, I know it's rough on you with Clint not being around, so if you need a friendly ear, if you need a helping hand or something like that, that's why I'm here.
Thank you. I might take you up on your offer a lot sooner than you thought. I'm expecting Christine any minute. She's coming to show me the results of her first photo assignment.
Well, it's going to be tough pretending it's just business as usual, isn't it?
Tough. Bo, I'm being pulled in so many different directions. I don't really know if I can stop myself from breaking down and telling her the truth about who I really am.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that you ought to just level with this girl and give her the truth, you know? Tell Christine she's your daughter.
Yeah, but it's not that simple, Bo.
Why not?
Because her father has been begging me not to say anything to her about it.
Well, wait a minute. You know, you have as much right to decide what Christine knows and doesn't know as this Leo guy.
No, I don't. He's the one who raised her, not me.
Well, so what?
So, from what I can see, he's done a wonderful job bringing her up. I have to trust him to know what's best for her.
I'll tell you, what's best for her is to know the truth.
Not if it hurts her, Bo.
What, it hurts her?
Yeah, Leo thinks that it's going to be too much of a shock for her.
You know what? You keep saying what Leo thinks, what Leo feels. I want to know what you think, Vicky. What do you feel?
Oh, I'm so confused, Bo. I feel like I've just been backed into a corner.
What, do you want Christine to know the truth?
Oh, yes, more than anything, but at the same time, I don't want her to hate me for it.
For being her mother?
For not being her mother. Look, Christine was raised believing that her mother died when she was a baby, okay? I mean, now she's a wonderful, vibrant young woman. She's very content with her life, secure in what she believes to be the truth. If I turn her whole world upside down, I don't know what that's going to do to her.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Vicky, you're turning your whole world upside down. You know? Do you just want to live the rest of your life with all this stuff buried inside of you?
Whatever I decide, it's not going to be easy.
Christine Cromwell reporting for duty.
Hello, Christine.
I'm sorry I'm late. I missed the first bus, and then we ran into traffic, and then I had to wait for the elevator. Talking a mile a minute, aren't I?
Well, your voice does have that touch of hysteria in it.
Well, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm anxious. After all, this is a big day for me. This could be a start of a whole new future for me.
Well, you know what? I'm going to miss having my angel burgers served by the most charming waitress in all of Landview.
Well, I'm not planning on hanging up my apron just yet. After all, the Banner is a prize winner newspaper, and the publisher might not like my photos.
I think they'll probably be just what we're looking for.
Just in case, tell Drew to keep my order pad in a safe place, and tell him not to take it personally if I wind up quitting my job there. He's a great kid. I love working with him.
Well, thank you. I'll pass that along. But you know what? I'm going to get going and let you two get down to business. Okay?
Christine, sit down. Okay.
And let me know how everything goes.
I will. Well, let's see what you got.
Before I show you these, I just want you to know that I can do much better.
Well, let me be the judge of that, okay?
See, this really isn't my best work. The depth of field on this one is way out of whack.
You have captured the plight of the homeless very well.
You think so?
Yes, I do. Christine, there is a great deal more to photojournalism than technique, you know. When I look at these pictures, I see compassion, I see caring for the human spirit, and that's what tells a story, not depth of field.
So you think they're good?
I think that, considering this is your first time out for a newspaper, they're very good, yes.
I can't tell you how much that means to me. I was sure you were going to hate them.
I don't think there's a big chance of that ever happening. You obviously have a lot of talent for this. You must come by it naturally.
What?
Well, your ability to aim the camera and just catch the right moment.
You know, I never really thought about it before. I just kind of point and shoot.
Don't let the other photographers hear you say that.
Well, ever since I can remember, I always wanted to be a photographer and work on a newspaper. I wasn't about to flub up the chance of a lifetime.
Well, whatever you used for inspiration, you did a fine job.
But I can do better. I just need to be closer to the subject to really be a part of the community. That's why I think I'm going to go back down to the waterfront area and then...
No, absolutely not. I forbid you to go back to the waterfront.
Why don't you want me to take pictures of the homeless?
I'm I'm sorry, Christine. You are a member of my staff now, and as such, I'm concerned for your welfare. The waterfront is simply too dangerous an area for you to go into.
I was just down there yesterday. I didn't see any danger.
Yes, yesterday you were looking at it through a telephoto lens. I don't want you to go any closer.
But I know I could get the shot that I want if I could get inside their community.
Yes, you could also get yourself into a great deal of trouble, Christine. There are lowlifes down there who prey on homeless people. I don't want you taking that risk.
What if I was covering a war, a riot? Wouldn't I be taking a risk then? Isn't that what photojournalism is all about, taking risks?
Christine, these pictures are perfectly acceptable as they stand. There is no reason to endanger yourself simply to prove a point.
But perfectly acceptable isn't good enough for me. If I'm ever going to make it in this business, I've got to be willing to go that extra mile, which could make all the difference in the world between a good shot and a terrific one.
All right, now you listen to me. No staff member of mine is going to risk her neck as long as I have anything to say about it. You were assigned to take pictures. These are the pictures I assigned you. You did them, and I've accepted them. I don't want to hear any more nonsense about you going back to the waterfront. Do you understand me? What?
Nothing. It's just me, a stubborn streak. My dad said I inherited from my mother, and it gets me into trouble sometimes.
What does that mean?
She was strong, she knew her mind, and nothing stopped her from letting people know it. And I can kind of imagine having the same confrontation with her if she thought I was behaving recklessly.
I thought you said you never knew your mother.
Just from what my father's told me. As a matter of fact, every time I dig my heels in on an issue I feel strongly about, he's like, there's your mother again. But he says it with such love and respect in his voice. I know he's proud of me the way I turned out. To tell you the truth, so am I.
So, my forbidding you to pursue this assignment is not going to have much effect on you, is that it?
Well, ultimately you're the boss, but I know that the only way I'm going to be able to get the pictures that I want is to go down to the waterfront, even if I have to do it on my own time.
Wait, Christine. If I can't stop you, at least promise me you'll be extra careful.
Well, does that mean I'm still on the assignment?
Yes. But the first sign of danger, I want you to clear out of there immediately. Do you understand?
Don't worry. I'll be on my guard, and I will bring you the best photos you have ever seen. Thank you. Again.
Yeah.
Vicky? Tina! Darling! Vicky! My goodness! It's so good to see you.
Honey, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Arizona.
Oh, we just got in this morning.
We?
Cord and I.
Why didn't you call and tell me you were coming home?
Well, it was a surprise.
Well, it certainly is that.
Let me look at you. But the end, good as new.
You certainly recuperated very well out there, didn't you?
Oh, I feel wonderful. But I really missed you.
Oh, honey, I missed you too. Sit down, sit down. Tell me all about your stay in Arizona.
Well, not until you tell me that you forgive me for not being here when you needed me.
Now, what are you talking about?
Cord told me about the search for your daughter. I mean, Nikki's daughter.
Oh, yes, that.
Well, I should have been here to help you look for her. I mean, I remember how horrible it was for me when I couldn't find my baby, and, well, you've always been there for me, and...
Don't give it another thought. You couldn't have done anything anyway.
What do you mean? Are you saying there's no hope in finding your daughter?
There's always hope. And with God's help, I will be holding my daughter in my arms.